So many people are long, okay? They've identified a bottom, and Bitcoin has started moving up in this A wave, okay? And for those of you who are subscribed to the channel, you'll know about the reversal patterns that we keep talking about, right? You need, to play them out, and it's not just, you hit a bottom and then you just reverse course. No, there's kind of like there's a pattern, there's an anatomy to a reversal on any time frame, right? You can use this on any time frame. It's going to be similar. It's not going to be exactly the same, but similar. So that's what I'm seeing here, that a lot of people have gone long because of this A wave, and maybe they think that we're going to probably retest maybe this level and then continue, but that's probably why a lot of people may get stopped out on the way down here in this B wave. And that's probably why these B waves tend to have a cascading, liquidating sort of type feel to them. They're just, it's very difficult to catch them. Like within the span of 15 to 30 minutes, it's done. Hello, everyone. My name's Dean. Let's talk crypto. This is where you subscribe for daily Bitcoin updates and technical analysis. We track the price of Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large. Today is January 13th, 2022, and Bitcoin is still playing out its reversal pattern to the upside, right? On the upside to the downside in my estimation. So here's what I'm seeing, and this is a bit of a rehash of yesterday's analysis, or the analysis on yesterday's daily show. I let that out a bit late. Apologies. But here's what I'm seeing. I'm still in my short. I'm a little bit underwater, but I'm still confident that we're going down, and we're going to most likely go down quite violently, as these B waves tend to do. These reversal B waves, they tend to go down violently, right? Why? I'm not exactly sure, but I'm guessing it's most likely because many people at the bottom started going long here, right? So, whoops, sorry about that. So many people are long, okay? They've identified a bottom, and Bitcoin has started moving up in this A wave, okay? And for those of you who are subscribed to the channel, you'll know about the reversal patterns that we keep talking about, right? You need, to play them out, and it's not just, you hit a bottom and then you just reverse course. No, there's kind of like there's a pattern, there's an anatomy to a reversal on any time frame, right? You can use this on any time frame. It's going to be similar. It's not going to be exactly the same, but similar. So that's what I'm seeing here, that a lot of people have gone long because of this A wave, and maybe they think that we're going to probably retest maybe this level and then continue, but that's probably why a lot of people may get stopped out on the way down here in this B wave. And that's probably why these B waves tend to have a cascading, liquidating sort of type feel to them. They're just, it's very difficult to catch them. Like within the span of 15 to 30 minutes, it's done. So I love this trade. It is a bit tricky to get into because of the, the reversals. It's a bit of an art, right? We know that we call here on this channel the pitchfork reversal, right? On the bottom, it looks like this, right? On the top, right here, you have the same thing, right? You have your pitchfork, right? At the same time, let's go on the smaller time frames just to look at more detail. what is it exactly? So again, this is the same thing we've been discussing, and this is why my one move. I'm a one trick pony essentially. I count waves and I do reversals. I'm a reversal trader. So I'm always looking out for this after I count 5 waves up. Okay? And so actually let's go back really quickly. Let's go on the 15-minute time frame and let's see, do we have our 5 waves up? Okay? So this A wave, we all know A waves are comprised of 3 parts, right? An A and a B and a C. So this is the beginning. This is the first part of it. This is the second part of it. I hope you can see that right there. Whoops. Anyway, stupid magnet. It's good until I don't need it. Okay, so this is A, B, C. Okay, so basically we're trying to catch or count 5 waves in C, and here's what I count, and this is why I think this reversal is not a wave 4. It's common to be caught in a wave 4 and thinking that that is the bottom. I'm going to turn the magnet off just for a second. So this is 1 to me. Okay, this is 2. This seems like 3. This is 4. And this to me is 5. Okay. And it's not the easiest thing to do. Okay. I'll admit that. I've been caught on the wrong side of trades so many times, counting this 4th wave right here as the end of the impulse. Right? Counting this 4th wave as the end. But I think this 4th wave is different than this in one simple fact. You see here, you have a descending nature to this channel, which is what we would call a bull flag, right? And here's your pole, and then it met its target, right? It's pretty much the distance of the pole from the site of breakout, right? And so that's a bull flag. Here, the pitch is more horizontal. It's flat. It's not as much of a descending nature, so it's not characteristically bullish. This is another reason why I think that, okay, we do have 5 waves up. Okay, and what do I see? Essentially, just like I draw out on from the downside, you can look at this from the top. So A wave, B wave. Here's your impulse right here. Here's your impulse that turns into here's your impulse, your wave 2, your breakout, right? And so that once it stops here, you know that that's a 3-wave structure, that this whole thing turns into a new A wave. Okay, that's the tricky bit. Sometimes you get that, right? So this is A, B. You start again. This is a new A. This is your B, 1, 2, 3, right? Once you see those 3 waves, remember, 3 waves means corrective. If you are looking for continuation, you want 5 waves, right? So if you see 3 waves, be very careful. So that's A, B. So I think we're going C there. Can it continue going? I've never seen it continue past this point, but anything's possible. But I've got my stops pretty much. The way I trade this is, so I like to say the best way to trade this typically is you do this, right? If you can, if this is the end, right? You buy here or you sell here, whatever, you get in there, okay? But then if it shows to be a reiteration of A, B, C, you get in here. Okay, the reason I didn't get in here and I got in a little earlier. 1 is because I thought this was the end. 2, because in these B wave reversals on larger time frames, because of the cascading liquidations or stops or whatever, it's so fast, it's hard to catch this pullback. So I'm being a little more risky here in my entry. That's why I've gotten in already. Okay, so that's basically how I play these. Again, that's why I'm seeing Bitcoin going down, and I'll tell you exactly where I think we're going down to. Okay, so we all know, now we're zoomed out to the 15-minute time frame. We all know that these play out like this: A, B, C, right? C section, I like to call it, and then pull back. And then that can be a new A, whatever. We've already discussed that. Here's where I think we're coming down to. I think this B wave is coming down to here. Remember, B waves happen in 3. So it's going to, this 1, 2, 3 is going to be the A portion of the B wave. I think it's almost impossible not to find support on this bed right here. Look at that. It's mental, like how much support we have there. So we're going to bounce off this for our B wave of B, right? And then our C wave of B is going to take us down. That's what I'm seeing. So, yeah, it's just pulling our Fibonacci retracement tool from the bottom of A. I'm going to turn the magnet back on. From the bottom of A to the top, which is here, we see that big bed of support pretty much lies on the 0.5 fib. Okay, so I expect to bounce off the 0.5 fib, then back up to the 236. So this is what I'm looking for. If you want to trade it in parts, there's no reason. You don't have to, right? You can just take profit down somewhere here. I think it's going to be a 786 retracement at the very least. Remember, these things can go anywhere between the 0.5 and the 1618. So it's a broad range. But I think that it's inevitable we find support at the 0.5, bounce off to the 236. Remember, the bounce off has to be at the very least 0.5 of this drop. So I think the 236 is a nice place. I can turn on the VPR, but I'm not even going to bother. If you look left, there is some support that's going to turn into resistance. And then if you measure, right, if you take your little Fibonacci extension tool, let's say trend-based Fibonacci, whatever it's called. Let's say we start up here. Stupid magnet, I'm going to turn it off. Start up here, find support there, bounce up here. The one between the 1 and 1236, actually, it looks like the 886 is the final target. So I think that this is going to finally end. This drop is finally going to end around 40K. So that's what I'm seeing with Bitcoin. That's what I'm seeing with, the rest of the market. Because, right, if Bitcoin is going to drop, what is this? 9%, right? First, it's going to drop 5%, and then another 4%. The rest of the market's going to follow suit. I don't see many other assets, kind of ignoring that market, Bitcoin's pull, its gravitational pull to this in this dump. So that's what I'm seeing with Bitcoin. That's what I'm seeing with the market. I hope this was helpful. I hope this was useful. Trade safe. Even if I make my analysis and I'm confident in my analysis, I always set stops. Always set stops. I know it sucks when you see when you set the stop loss and the estimated amount you're going to lose is like, I don't want to take that loss. There's no reason to get liquidated. Take the loss. Rather, you take a loss than not be able to play again, right? So it's all mentality. You get in the trade, you know that that's a possibility. You can lose, X amount of your account. And so you have to be comfortable with that and go into a trade knowing that you can be wrong and that can happen. And it will happen. But it's better than completely losing when you're wrong because you get liquidated. So please, let's keep from getting liquidated. Set stops. All right. Hope this was helpful. Hope this was useful. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.